Welcome, Shelby.
Hey, hey, it's 2022, man. You never know.
Yo, I did have it for an idea at first. I was like, maybe I'll sneak in. Maybe nobody will notice. They'll just be like, Shelby looks different this episode, right?
Uh, yeah, I know the part at Shelby.
No, she's still alive, and I got nothing but love for her. I wish her the best. I'm really hard to work with because for me, you have to be so loyal that it's like the mafia, but it's just me. Like I have there's no real benefit or anything, but that's just how I am because I'm so hard headed and I am very I believe very passionately in my principles. So it's like, yeah, I treat comedy like Game of Thrones. You know,
You got to, bro. You
I don't
got
think
to.
you do. I think you don't have to. I think that there's a lot of like medium success for
Hmm.
people who just play the game and just go along with like people like, hey, go to auditions and be like chummy with Hollywood people and that you and like kiss ass and you'll have a decent career. People will like your tweets and shit. But I want to be like Bill Hicks type of.
Yeah,
That's who I look up to. Like Kinnison before drugs ruined them.
that's sort of how I feel about comedy too. I kind of
I
don't.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, I rather go out with, I rather leave this earth knowing that I like left something. Not just like what you just said, like a mediocre
Yeah.
career.
Right. Because people look up to you when they see you without fear. You
Yeah.
know, being, what you want, saying what you want, and people don't look up to like, oh, like now maybe with social media now people like look up to the fact that you have a lot of followers. It's like, oh wow, look how many followers. But you see some of these people's followers, and then you like see them on a show. And it's like that was not 100,000 followers quality set.
No, yeah. In fact, it's probably the opposite. I think
Yeah,
people forget that comedy is supposed to come from like struggling
yeah,
and pain and suffering and
yeah.
feeling left out. It's not supposed to come from everyone fucking adoring you. And
Yeah. Well,
I don't think good comedy, at least not what I think is good, is gonna spring up from an environment like that.
yeah, man. People will, and the thing is, people won't love you. They'll like you, but they won't love you unless you're being your real self.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of people liked Bill Cosby's comedy. There's not a lot of people that loved Bill Cosby
Right. Right. Right.
because he was this like guy who was good at being funny, but he never really talked about his real pain, which was like, how am I gonna rape all these women? Like the struggle. If he would have went up on stage every weekend and been like, man, I'll tell you what, I can't pick which one to rape this week. That was his real struggle. But he's talking about kids are always on the weed and drinking the drinks, and it's like, you're a rapist, Bill Cosby.
Man, yeah. Then he had that fucking family show, but it just goes
Yeah.
to show you that people are not good at pinpointing like
Mm.
people who are like most people are really bad at reading people.
Yeah.
Like they'll, oh look, he looks nice, so
Oh
he
yeah.
must be. I know that like when
Yeah.
I know it's like something when I was single and like I would get the nice card. I'm like
Mm.
I'm not nice at all. I'm actually very angry. I'm a very angry guy, but you're looking at me like I'm like this cartoon character of a nice guy. Like, oh look, he looks sweet when he smiles, so he could never harm me. It's like no, like and why would you think that way? Also, like, stop thinking so 2-dimensional about this shit. Like,
Yeah.
get to know someone first, because I promise you, everyone is angry, everyone is upset about something. There's no such thing as a nice anyone. If someone meets someone that acts nice, it's just because they're not comfortable with you yet.
Yeah.
That's all that is. It doesn't mean they're nice. It
Yes.
just means they don't know. They're shy. They're weird. They're awkward, and they're not letting you see themselves yet. That's nothing.
That's exactly it,
Yeah.
dude.
Mm-hmm.
Nice is always fake. You know what I mean? When someone's being nice, um, even when a guy is like a nice guy, they're only being nice because they want to fuck you. That's why they're being so nice. Like, oh, so and so, he's so nice to me. He wants to fuck you. He thinks he has to. He thinks he has to be nice to you, and that you'll like him for it. But the real truth is that nobody likes nice, and we should all be learning from these nice guys that aren't getting fucked because nobody likes nice, and also your friends don't like nice either. Your friends also want you to just be honest, because if everything's okay, oh, you're a half hour late, that's cool, just happy that we're here at the food truck. Oh, you're gonna go be on your phone while we're hanging out, that's fine, I'm a nice guy. It's like, you're a fucking bitch, dude.
Yeah, no, it's yeah, we gotta start. People gotta. I feel like that should be something that is taught in school, like, how to read people, and also how to take your time, getting to know someone, and not before you make before you throw the word nice out. I could say someone's cool, like that person's cool, but no one's fucking nice. Like,
Yeah.
nice is like, hey, I can't pay my bills. Hey, I'll pay all your bills for you this month. That's nice.
That's nice.
That's nice, but no one does that shit. Like, that's fucking nice. Just seeming nice isn't a real thing. You can't seem nice. Like, you have to be that shit.
Okay, yeah. Right.
I don't know.
No, you're right. I think that it's definitely, when I lived in New York on the East Coast, there's a lot less nice, which I really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, best friends would be arguing every open mic. You'd see these guys just yelling at each other because one of them thinks that Braveheart's a bad movie or something. You know what I mean? Like just like arguing over dumb shit because they're being honest to each other, and they dig it. They dig the opportunity, the trust that they have with this person, that they're able to be themselves, as opposed to like, oh, you like Braveheart? Oh, I see it. I see it's good and bad. Yeah, I think it's pretty. If you think Mel Gibson's a racist, just say it.
Yeah.
Stop being so careful.
Yeah, fuck that shit. I don't know.
But basically what you're trying to say is that just because you're cuddly doesn't mean you won't cut someone.
Yeah, and also it's like, exactly. Stop thinking, I think that whole just needs to be taken out of the fucking thing, out and just in people's vocabulary in general. Like, oh, this person is nice. Like, no, they're not. I guarantee you they're not fucking nice. I don't think people know what nice even is. Like I said, I think nice is if someone's like gonna fucking pay for all my shit or something outrageous. But
I love how all your niceness is like, pay for all my bills. That's nice.
But he has a nice smile, so he's nice. It's like, no, that's just his genetic code. He has his smile looks sweet, but that is a regular ass motherfucker like anybody else. I can promise you that.
Or worse. You ever remember Ted Bundy's smile?
Mm-hmm.
Charming.
Oh yeah.
You can't judge a book by its cover.
Man,
but we're like a couple cuddly bears, but not Winnie the Pooh, more like Ted. Remember Ted?
Oh yeah.
He'll stab you. He wants to fuck your bitch. He's cute, but he'll stab you. Like, Winnie the Pooh is not human. That's not a human being. That's a real stuffed animal bear. But Ted is like a human being. I don't know. I never saw the movie Ted. Was he like possessed by a serial killer, or was that Chucky? Child's Play.
Oh, that was Chucky.
Okay. But he had the soul of a child molester or something like that.
Oh my, that would be that would be an interesting movie right there.
I miss the 80s when horror movies were like that. Remember when we used to go to Blockbuster and you'd see like the aisles of all the movies, and they had to sell you with the cover, so the cover would be some fucked up shit. I miss those days, man.
God, I can't tell you. I had moments in my life where I just think of Blockbuster and I'm like, God, I miss.
Yeah.
It was like a fun thing to do. Like now it's like, oh, we can go out to eat and have drinks. And we used to also have Blockbuster.
Yeah.
And now we don't have that. So it's like now it's just drinking and food.
Right, because Blockbuster, almost the fun was hanging out there for like the half hour to. It would always take a while, right, to pick. And what was fun was walking down the aisles, looking at shit, losing your mom, stealing some Butterfinger bites, But you know,
Man, and did you ever do the thing with your grades if you came in with your report
yeah.
card?
I think I got it like once.
God, I miss being a fucking kid.
We used to get the personal pan pizza for reading.
I was just thinking that right now.
Golly, that was a lot of pages for just a little bit of pizza, man. If you would just get a job,
By the way, when I was a kid, and I'm sure you felt the same way, those personal pan pizza at Pizza Hut was like that was like 4-star restaurant right there. Like,
yeah, you're putting a bib on, you're cutting it with a fork and knife.
so fucking good.
It was because it tasted like you earned it. You know what I mean? Like the pizza that you get for free from the delivery guy, your parents, you know, that tastes like trash. I want the little one I earned. Every bite, you savored it. Because you knew how many pages. Like, oh, that's 8 pages. Just that pepperoni, you know? That's
God. Speaking of pizza, like, why have you noticed this frozen fucking pizza? I don't even when you try like another brand, it tastes always the fucking same typically. Have you ever had a frozen pizza like, okay, this is different. This is better than typical frozen pizza?
yeah. There is one. It's Detroit style. They're like $7 or $8. But
What brand is that?
I don't remember the brand. But it was like Motor City something, Motor City whatever. But
Okay.
you know Detroit style pizza.
I feel like I've had that before, dude. I think I might have had.
It's
that.
the one where they have the edges are all like black.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's kind of like how the pan pizza is at
Yeah, they cook it so that there's like more crispy edges. Because if you've ever had like when they cut a pizza into squares, if you get one of those middle no crust pieces, that's just something wrong there.
Yeah. I'm sick of being fucking poor, man. Thought we were talking about frozen pizzas, getting all mad and shit.
Oh no, it's all right, man. You know, I was in Austin this weekend and I worked I almost made enough to pay off my student loans just doing DoorDash for like 3 days. Like I'm about to pay off one of my loans. That's how busy it was, dude. I was making $30 an hour.
Holy fuck! Well, hold on. Student loans.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. That's not like regular debt. You have to pay student loans back, right? Or you can get fined or some shit, or
Well,
or
my I guess my school is probably nice because I mean I'm 34 and I graduated when I was 24, so it's like 10 years of these loans just been sitting. I used to pay them, but then I just got bored of it. I'm like, what are they gonna do? I don't need credit. Actually, I probably like did something wrong with my credit, and when I would screw up one thing, I would just quit. So I remember in high school, I had like, I got one bad grade. I'm like, all right, what's the lowest I can get to still graduate? All right, that's my. If I'm not gonna get the best, as long as I don't get the worst.
Yeah.
And I let that happen to my credit for a while, but now it's like, yeah, student loans. The cool thing is, it seems to me that they can't charge you late fees. Right. That's the thing. They can't charge you late fees. They can charge you interest, but I don't even think they've been doing that. They've been sending me this amount desperately. They're basically like, hey, man, look, we're not even going to charge you the interest. Can you just pay this? Right. And I'm getting almost, I might fucking do it.
Damn, bro.
But I want to know what they're going to do for me.
Fucking nothing.
That's the thing. They already did it for me. They already put me through college, and I want more, you know? Yeah. Okay, you put me through college. All right. I owe you. Now what do I get for paying it back? I want to go back to school.
Fucking let me do a show.
Oh yeah. Hey, that'd be funny, right?
Yeah.
The balls that you'd have to call up University of Wisconsin. Okay, now I know I owe you $4,000, but I got a proposition for you, okay? I got like 2,000 Twitter followers. Kind of a big deal. Have me at the union. All proceeds go to my student loan.
What I'm trying to say is let me pay it back through my comedy.
Absolutely. That's what I want them to see. For all my debtors that I owe money, I was like, don't ask me for the money. Check Twitter, check Comedy Central. When you see me on there, on Comedy Central, you'll know I have the money now. Like, don't ask me.
Yeah.
You should know I don't have the money if you have to look for me. I'm an entertainer.
Exactly.
If you can't escape me, because I'm everywhere. I'm on Times Square. I'm on, I'm the new Dos Equis dude. They need a young one that's always thirsty.
Oh, yeah. It's about time.
Then I got your money,
Where the fuck is that guy at? Does Dos Equis even make commercials anymore?
dude. You know what? They like fired him. You know, probably.
Oh, so he's not dead?
He's like not as interesting now.
Okay.
But
It'd be funny if he was dead.
no. What's fucked up is that the thing that you kind of know is that if he does die, Dos Equis is not gonna like shout him out. They're not gonna be like, because they know that's like depressing.
Right.
They want you to forget about him before he dies. It's kind of like a dog that you have around the family, and instead of putting it down, you're like, it's getting old, so let's give it away.
So the kids don't have to.
And the kids won't know a difference. You know,
That Dos Equis motherfucker.
dude. He would be like, I don't remember any of his like little quotes, but he is interesting, I guess. But you know, anyone who will like sit there and let a commercial call them the most interesting guy in real life, he was a boring motherfucker. You know that.
Oh, god damn you! Yeah, for sure. He looks like some rich dude who fucks prostitutes but that's not interesting. That's not interesting.
Yeah, you got me interested.
I don't think that's interesting. I think I think it's interesting.
I think it's interesting if it's happening to you. If you're the rich dude fucking those prostitutes, I think it's very interesting.
But if you're like if we found out that dude was like an inventor or some shit, you know, like that might think about like Elon Musk. Like if Elon Musk, if he, I don't think he would ever do this, not yet. Like became like a spokesperson for something, people would probably be like, oh. Now, that's a real interesting motherfucker. That's a real motherfucking interesting guy. Not just some phony motherfucker that sits in a bar and looks cool and goes, hey, I'm interesting. Buy this beer.
If you were interesting, you'd have like a show or something, right? If you were so interesting, you'd have more than a commercial, dude. They don't, if they did auditions, like, all right, we're just going to find the most interesting man in the world. They wouldn't send him to do a commercial. They'd send him to have like a reality show, like to film every moment of his life. This guy's the most interesting man in the world. You know? But Elon Musk is even more robotic than Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know if you've seen him on Joe Rogan, man. If you ever watched Elon Musk on Joe Rogan.
I mean, Elon Musk is definitely a dork.
He's see now he's a nerd.
Okay, he's a nerd. Right.
He's a nerd. He can be a little dorky. Naming your kid like an equation, that's almost like nerd to dork level.
But he also had a kid with Grimes. Grimes is cool.
So that's just nerd, though. That's just nerd. That's minimizing dorky.
I mean, that's like cool in that genre.
Because you know the nerd is cool now, right?
Yeah,
if you're the right type of nerd, ever since the Big Bang Theory, probably even before that.
And super bad.
Super bad. McLovin looked like a nerd, but he wasn't really like a nerd, though, was he?
No, he wasn't. It's a great example of what we were talking about earlier. Like people that seem innocent are fucking not innocent at all.
Yeah, dude.
And he wasn't. He was like a fucking bad motherfucker. Like he was a cocky, arrogant dude, just like anyone else.
I loved McLovin because I was that guy that could do the cool shit. Could get the cool shit done, but then there was always like a doubter who was like loud and was like, you can't do it, like, and I would be like, no, I can do it. And they like make fun of my vest and like, I can do it though, and I would do it, and now I'm cool. You didn't believe in me when I had the vest on. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
People wanna celebrate your achievements, but they don't want to be there for the work. You know what I mean? They don't, and just in case it fails, they don't even want to. Not only not be there, they're gonna act like they didn't even know who you were. Oh, you failed? I never met you. Oh, you succeeded? It was all because of me.
People fucking suck.
Mm-hmm. That's why they say a dog is a man's best friend. That's just because those motherfuckers can't talk.
they can't do anything.
They can't make their own decisions.
But fucking look at you and wait for you to feed them.
If dog's a man's best friend, what's man? A dog's fucking slave master.
I used to have a horrible joke when I first started doing stand up, where I would say, so dogs are man's best friend, and a diamond is a woman's best friend. So if I shove a diamond up a dog's ass, I have the ultimate friend. I used to say that on stage.
You know what? I like the logic there.
I feel like the setup is there. There's a good setup there.
The premise.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
The worrying, but the punchline, ultimate friend. No, it has. I need to. Something else needs to be there.
Yeah. You know, it's almost like, see, it's a new comic thing to be like, I gotta take the diamond and I gotta shove it up the dog's ass in this joke for it to be funny. That's
Right.
like a open mic mentality. Like something like this has to happen. A dog getting fisted, something.
Right.
But actually, I think it's cuter if you would just be like, so if I have a dog and I put like a little diamond necklace on it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then it's like you're not going for the filth,
Yeah. Exactly.
but the point is there. That's what Groucho would say. Groucho Marx.
Mhm.
If you can be clean, it's usually funnier. If you, because the joke isn't that a dog has a diamond up its ass. The joke is that women are so easily like bought with these cute, expensive things. It's not about anal dog sex,
Yeah.
right? The anal dog sex even might distract from the point of the diamond,
Yeah.
the sharp point that you're shoving up his ass.
I think. Yeah. I think there's a joke there, like you were just saying, like how you can describe the differences between men and women, which is a lot of jokes about that, but you know how
Oh yeah,
for men it's the dog and for women it's a rock.
yeah, yeah. Isn't that kind of fucked up? It's a man's best friend, but they mean. I think they mean like mankind,
That's true.
but they don't say mankind. They say a man's.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And they do say woman's best friend is a diamond.
But women be making out with their dogs. They're more than friends.
That's true. Women fuck dogs too.
Yeah, you ain't got to tell me. I always get mixed up because I don't know if I'm supposed to put the peanut butter on the dog's dick or I might. It's on the dog's dick, right?
I think so.
It tastes better with it. All right.
I think you can do, or you can do both. You can both have peanut butter on y'all's dicks.
69?
Yeah.
Creamy, not crunchy.
You know, I always wonder why is it against the law to fuck a dog?
Okay, let's get into that. You know, you've been wondering?
Well, I just think. Well, here's my thing.
Yeah.
So
This is just like Ruds. You were talking about fucking dogs at Ruds, too. This is becoming a common 3 sips of whiskey and Albert's like, why can't we fuck dogs? No, but I'm listening.
now I'm just saying, like, I mean, does the dog? Does it hurt the dog?
Okay, so I think with any animal, the whole thing is that the animal can't consent because they don't understand necessarily that. I feel like humans know that you're not supposed to fuck animals.
Right.
I don't know if it was in the Quran or in the Bhagavad Gita, but somewhere it's like, do not fuck animals.
Right.
But there's no dog Bible that dogs are reading that's like, you know, don't go down on your mom or whatever, or your owner,
Yeah.
right? So we're supposed to be better than that. It's
Mm.
you think having sex with a mentally challenged person is taking advantage. This isn't even a human being. This is a little fluffy nothing.
Yeah, I think it's because it's the love for the dog. I think, you know,
Yeah.
people that are making laws
Yeah.
love dogs, and so they feel the need to protect them.
Yeah. I think that's fair, you know, because I mean, if it wasn't for that law,
But in reality, if someone was treating their dog like a king, like feeding them every day, giving them, walking them, doing all the right things, and then just so happens to also have sex with them sometimes, is that really such a bad thing? That's all I'm saying. I definitely don't think it's right to be beating on your dog because or hitting your dog. But I'm just saying that if there's someone out there who is in a healthy relationship with the dog,
no.
but then just so happens to also be romantic with the dog at the same time.
No, there's no healthy relationship there. There's no possibility for it. Healthy relationship with a dog.
So you could be the perfect owner, and if you fuck the dog every now and then, not all the time, just every now and then, you're saying that's fucked up.
No, if you do it now, it's bad, and if you do it then, it's bad. There's no now and then. There's no sometimes. You can't sometimes fuck your dog. It's not like, oh, it's my birthday. It's my birthday again. Like, oh. Or it's the dog's birthday. All right, I'm not gonna fuck you on your birthday. You get your birthday off. I fuck my dog 364. Not on his birthday though. That's his day off.
And I definitely think there's something weird and wrong with doing it on a daily basis.
No, there's a weird and wrong to do it. Period. Fuck a dog, man. There's a lot. Everything's wrong with that, dude. Number one, they're not hot. That's the most important thing to remember. Dogs are not hot, man.
They're cute.
Yeah, man. Cute. Who? Nobody wants to fuck cute. No one's ever wanted to fuck adorable. Right?
That's
right?
True. Yeah.
Sexy? Forget about it. Dogs? Man, maybe to each other. They're too hairy, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on, man. You like girls with armpit hair too?
No, I'm not saying I don't want to fuck a dog.
All right.
No, I'm just saying that
you're just devil's dog fucker, huh? Devil's advocate for dog sex over here. Definitely. No, but I okay, if we're gonna actually try to.
But you understand what I'm saying, though, right?
Okay, so what you're trying to say is that if you're not hurting the dog, then it
like
shouldn't.
You're taking care of this dog and treating it right.
Yeah. But you're not treating it right, because treating it right would be like, playing with it, fetch.
Right. I'm just saying. No, I'm. Like you're doing all those things. You're doing the fetch. You're doing the walking. You're feeding the gourmet food.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying people would go out and do this. I'm not saying I'm doing it. I'm just saying.
No. You're definitely not saying you're doing it. But I think, if a woman is letting her dog fuck her, maybe you have a case that the dog's not being hurt because the dog is doing everything. All she's doing is just, bending over. So maybe there's a case that the dog's not getting hurt there. But even then, it's like a teenager, middle schooler, and a teacher. That teacher knows what they're doing, and the middle schooler doesn't necessarily know that it's wrong.
Right.
And the same thing with the dog. But then you're trying to say maybe it's not wrong.
No, I'm not. I just think. Well, I don't. I think a dog and a kid are two different things. That's all I'm saying. Which they are.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say. There's a blurriness. There is a blurriness here.
I hope it's blurred because I don't want to see the dog fucking. I hope it's all blurred out.
No, yeah. No.
But yeah, I mean, we're not even supposed to be having sex with mentally challenged people. So I don't think any animals are fair game.
It's funny, if we're not supposed to have sex with mentally challenged people, then no one would be fucking at all. If we're really getting to the literal sense here.
Yeah. Well, that they're having. See, my whole theory is that people who have mental deficiency fuck better.
Mm-hmm.
Because anytime that I have performed less than to my expectations, it was because I was thinking about something else.
Right.
And you're taking away that whole thinking out of the equation. So they're concentrating on. Is that even what it would be called? It's just. What I'm trying to say is that if you're good at sex, you're probably retarded.
Yeah, I think there is something there what you're talking about, for sure, and that goes with anyone with high level of intelligence. Like if you're highly intelligent,
Einstein couldn't fuck. he was thinking about the theory of fucking time travel and shit.
But I bet if he was drunk, I bet he could fuck his ass off.
Yeah, maybe. He I don't know, man. You don't hear a lot about his fucking prowess, right? It's kind of more about the mental shit.
Yeah, it's all about the math and all that theory shit.
It was what was in his head, not if he could give good. All right, we're gonna move on. Cut that part out.
Do you edit this?
I'll edit out like this right now. No. Like if there was like a little feedback things, that does a little bzz, 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 take that out.
Okay.
But no, I think at this point, I'm getting to the point in my career that being canceled will be the best thing that could happen to me.
That's for damn sure. I kind of feel the same way.
Yeah, so I'm not really scared of losing anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
It's a great feeling too.
absolutely, yeah. Because let's say this says on YouTube, let's say they take it down because they don't like the word retarded. You know,
Right.
that would be more publicity. I would get to post about it, and people would start to talk about, oh, well, he's just saying that people who are retarded have better sex lives. Is that really that wrong? I mean, it's probably true. They're stronger for the. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying there's anything bad about that. They should be. I mean, we need to stop treating them like they don't have any uses or any like talents, and like they're not good. They're better at some things than us. They're better at really important things, probably like sex.
Well, if you actually, it's interesting. Like the word, that word that no one doesn't want anyone to describe him as, it's is it really any better sounding than mentally ill? Because if I call someone mentally ill, if I go to someone on the street and go like, you're mentally ill, they're gonna get pissed off.
Well, mentally ill is different than mentally challenged, because mentally ill means like you're crazy, and people with Down syndrome, they're not crazy.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So mentally challenged. If I walk up to someone and go, hey, you're mentally challenged.
Right.
That's gonna piss someone off. If I go up and say you're retarded, that's also gonna piss them off. But to me, it's like, well, they both sound bad. In that context, they both sound bad.
If you're using it like that, if you're saying, hey, you're retarded, if you're saying like that, that sounds bad. But if you're saying, hey, you're a guy, that sounds bad too. Like, it's all about how you're saying it, you know?
Yeah.
Like Louis C.K. has that bit about the lady on the corner trying to raise funds for the retarded, and she's in Boston. She's like, help the retarded. We have to help the retarded. I told a joke recently on Facebook that used the word retarded to describe what's the name of the governor? Abbott.
Yeah.
Remember, he was making these law. He was making a law that like you can't make people wear masks, right? Which I thought was just stupid.
Mm-hmm.
My joke is that this whole time he's been in the wheelchair because he's retarded. That's, it wasn't. And someone was like, don't use that word,
Yeah.
So I changed it to like, she's like, they're not retarded. They're mentally like 4 words to describe it,
Yeah.
something that a retarded person could never remember, but it was like 4 words to describe it. So I changed the joke to those 4 words to see, and I'm like, oh, no more likes. It was doing pretty good with the word. Maybe retarded is funnier than mentally disabled, differently able, deficient, something. But my point is just that in the context, it's a joke about him not being very smart, right?
Right.
You can say whatever you want about the mentally challenged. They're not very smart. Doesn't mean they don't have great things about them. There's a lot of things, but they're smart. Now you're just being nice.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I feel like that word in particular is not, is not necessarily is a bad word to say. Even if, here's the thing about it, they say that these words are bad because over time they get used negatively, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's the thing about it. So, and I was just talking about, like, okay, so we got mentally challenged.
Yeah.
If you say that long enough, people are going to find a way to make that
right.
negative.
Right. Be like,
it's fucking stupid to be like, well, just don't say that word no more. So we'll start all over fresh.
Right.
It's like, it's still the same shit.
Right. Just because you're not using that word means you can be mean to them now. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
that's the thing. They're like, oh, don't use that word. But still don't talk to them and ignore them and treat them like shit. As long as you don't use the word, then you're good. And it's like you said, mentally challenged. You could say mentally challenged and it would sound offensive if you said it in a certain context.
Exactly. So it's like, there is no, this is all, it's just ways of getting people to have something to talk about. Oh, you can't say that word no more. Oh, you can't? What? And it's like a new thing. It's just,
Yeah.
It's
I
words.
think we're
Like
just bored. We're just
that's exactly what I think it is.
yeah.
That need to write articles and make statements and tell speeches and have an excuse to get mad at someone.
Or write like 4 paragraph post on Facebook.
Yeah, boredom.
You're just bored.
You are.
Do something.
Exactly. Do something. If the only thing that you can do with your free time is to think about how you want to tell someone that something that you said that has nothing to do with them is wrong,
Yeah.
you have too much fucking time on your hands.
Yeah. And nobody has too much time on their hands. That's the thing. We all have so little time on this earth to act a way that it seems like this should be like the 8th most important thing in your life right now. And it's become the first. You're wasting your life. You know?
And I think, yeah, no, for sure. And I think if someone uses words that pisses people off, like, you know, they know the consequences. You know, if shit goes down for them, and I'm sure at this point, especially like us, we're comedians, we know, like you just said, like getting canceled would actually that wouldn't be a bad thing for me right now. Like, and that's sort of how I feel at the, you know. Plus, how could it be bad? Why should I be scared when all it's done for people is made them more famous?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. And for way worse things than just saying retarded.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like it doesn't even mean like getting canceled or whatever. It's not even meaning what it was originally meant to be.
Right.
It's doing the opposite. It's now becoming positive.
It's coming around to it's like you're getting celebrated for but usually because they're getting through it, most of them now, like Brian Callen, Chris D'Elia, they all hang out too. But like the newly Shane Gillis, they tried. They're all doing great now.
Yeah.
And it didn't affect them. And
No.
and I'm glad, you know. If they didn't, I mean, I'm not glad that they did what they did that was kind of sketchy. But
I do think in some of those cases,
Yeah.
I think we're talking about like the canceling thing. I
Yeah.
do think words and then interacting with people wrongly I think are two different things. But,
yes,
you know,
no, that's the whole
Yeah.
point. I think
Yeah.
that's the whole point that we're trying to make is that it's not about the word.
right?
It's about the intention.
Yeah,
So being nice and talking to someone who you know is underage, no matter if you call them a bad word or not, it's weird. It's wrong.
yeah,
Grooming, talking to underage girls as if they're going to become of age, getting ready for that. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's creepy, right?
yeah,
And that should not be celebrated.
yeah. There's some things you just can't go around. Like there's no
Yeah.
way to like make it seem okay. You know,
Right.
And-
So I think my thing is that I think that I'm glad that he got called out for doing that. I think we're talking about Chris D'Elia, right?
yeah,
I'm glad he got called out for doing that. I think he acknowledged that was wrong. But I'm also glad that if he didn't break any laws, he's not going to prison.
right.
And if he didn't break any laws and he didn't actually do anything illegal, and he still wants to do his podcast, and people still want to listen to it, then that's up to them and him.
Oh yeah,
So, you know, I definitely look at him differently now, but I think that just because you do something wrong doesn't mean that you are now done. Like, you know, you can't live anymore. You know, you can't. You know, people want to. It's like they want to do like the death penalty socially to people. You know what I mean?
oh yeah,
Maybe we need to have like, okay, if you are creepy, you can't use social media for a year, or for a couple years you can't use a cell phone or something. But the death penalty for your career and everything seems like there should be an in between. Like there could be like a judge be like, okay, you were creepy, you are now sentenced to no Instagram.
yeah. And the thing about comics too is like you can't really. I mean, you can maybe get them fired from a project, you know, but you're not going to get rid of them as far as comics go. I mean, as far as being a stand-up, you know, like they're always going to be able to perform at a club somewhere and make money. You're not ever really going to get rid of them. You know, so and that's what these
Is
guys
even
do.
Bill Cosby back?
Yeah, didn't he get out of prison?
Yeah, no, he is out of prison, but I thought he might be back, like doing shows.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, didn't he?
But he's definitely declined. He's back at like open mics in Brooklyn. You know, he's like
Yeah.
he's waiting to get up. He's going up like 30th. He's at the bottom of the list. All right, Bill Crosby. I'm getting his name wrong. No respect for.
Dude, that's God. Motherfucker's still alive. Norm Macdonald did.
Yeah, what the fuck?
There's a good thing to remember too, people out there, like you never know when you're gonna go out. Have fun. That's another reason why people shouldn't be scared just to say whatever the fuck they want, because hey, look, you can get mad at me all day about what I'm saying, but this is my life. Like,
Yeah.
I need to live my life. Like,
Mhm.
and it's like, if I want to say shit that is not PC, like, just fucking let me say it.
Yeah.
Like, just leave me alone. Life's too fragile for us to be fucking getting pissed off at each other about fucking words. Like,
Right. Now, if I'm being mean to somebody who's mentally challenged or whatever word we're gonna use about it, call me out for that. You know,
Yeah.
you see me push a Down syndrome man down the stairs. You know,
I don't know why I laugh.
if you see that happen, there's no argument for that.
Right.
There's no right way to push a Down syndrome man down the stairs,
let's
no matter what you call him.
Yeah, let's save our energies for the big stuff.
Like big women.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly.
I don't got time to push Down syndrome people down the stairs because I gotta save my energy for these big women.
For these big old fat bitches.
Hey, it's a better workout. They don't like to be called. It's fat women.
Right. Oh yeah. Fat women.
Mm-hmm. Man, so but yeah, you wanted to talk about some topics, which we kind of always just gonna get to topics in my podcast. I notice, you just kind of let the conversation go where it goes, and but we could talk about what's on your mind right now. Like, what's the thing that is worrying you? What's the thing that when you're about to chill, you're like, ah, fuck. What's the thing that's got you right now, kind of stressed out? What's on your mind?
Work, jobs.
Jobs.
Yeah.
So it's like, is it getting up to go to work? Is it being at work? Is it your coworkers? Is it the actual work part of the job, the labor?
God, it's kind of a little bit of all of that. I just quit Dave and Buster's.
Now you quit Dave and Buster's.
I haven't told you, huh?
No, but you had quit CVS,
Mm-hmm.
and now D&B.
Mm-hmm. And I quit CVS and then got hired at Dave and Buster's, like almost the next day or the day
it was quick.
after.
Yeah,
And then started working that next week.
yeah.
And then I worked. I can't remember if I worked 3 or 4 days at Dave and Buster's, but I quit after 3 or 4 days.
So what's happening is people are quitting, and then the people who are left are getting expected to pick up the slack, right? People are, because like that's what I'm hearing. Like you said that 2 people like got fired or quit, so
Yeah.
you had to stick around.
Exactly.
And Shelby was talking about that too with her job. People were getting fired or quit, and then she was having to pick up their slack, and now her days off she couldn't get them, so then she quit.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, why are people quitting? Why are people quitting? And the reason is that all these apps, man, let people work for themselves. Because for me, it was always, I can't get up, I can't pretend to like people, I can't pretend to respect my boss. That was my problem.
Right.
And now we get rid of those things, and I'm chilling.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of people are realizing at work, they're quitting and being like, I can just deliver fucking food. There's never enough delivery people. Everyone wants a quesadilla whenever they want it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, 100%. And I think for me, I'm realizing at 35, maybe this is too long to realize this, but I just don't like. I'm starting not to like being around people like I used to think I did.
Hell yeah. No, I hate being around people.
I used to like customer service, like, you know, helping someone be happy with their whatever the fuck. But
No, but that's not what it is, dude. It's having to hang out with these coworkers. It's not the person asking you, "Hey, where's the spaghetti sauce? Aisle 3." That person's an angel, and I hope they have a delicious dinner. But it's the motherfucker like it's aisle 4, like your coworker. That's like it's actually aisle 4. Like that's the motherfucker that I never want to see again.
I wanted to make a video talking about this, how people in retail should be getting paid like a lot of fucking money, because we look at a nurse.
Yeah.
Oh man, everyone praises nurses and oh, of course they should be getting paid. That's a hard job. People don't understand, when you work at a fucking grocery store, you are when you clock in to when you clock out, you are a open book to every single, like, you're completely vulnerable to every single person that walks in that place. If on that day every single person decides to come in and tap me on the shoulder and ask me a question, which sometimes there's days like that, where it seems like every single person that walks in has an issue that they need me to ask. If you have that happen 20 times in a row, people don't understand how hard that is to deal with. And when you if I'm working at CVS or Dave & Buster's,
it's annoying.
I sit there and I realize it's dehumanizing as fuck. Right. I'm getting paid to basically be a robot, an answering robot. Yeah. To whoever the fuck, and how many motherfuckers come in. Yeah. From the time I clock in to the time I clock out, that's exhausting. Yeah. It wouldn't be exhausting if there was more breaks involved. I could tell you how corporate America fixes you. Give more breaks. Have someone on staff that you could talk to if you have some issues, like a counselor. You do that shit, you have people stay at your fucking job. But if you don't have nothing for the people and all you want them to do is be fucking smiling all day long like a fucking robot, they're gonna quit on you, because that shit's not human, man. We humans can't do that shit.
Man, I'm like a fucking DoorDash evangelist at this point. I think I'm obsessed. But the whole thing that you said there, you're talking about more breaks. DoorDash. If I want a break.
Oh yeah, no, perfect. Well, the problem.
Anytime I want a break, I have a break.
I've done DoorDash. The only thing I can't do is that I don't like driving anymore. Driving gives me anxiety. That's my problem. That's why I can't do it.
The driving used to. I mean, the more you drive, the less that it gives you anxiety. Yeah. It's just like any job. Like if I try to bartend tonight, I'll be nervous as hell. Yeah. Because I'm not experienced and I'm not, in shape. I mean, I'm not in shape. But also, like, I'm not in bartender shape. Like, when I used to bartend, and I'm like, after a few weeks, like, you're hot. You know what you're doing. You boom, boom, boom. Yeah. That's where I'm, like, with driving right now. I think it's any new job, you have to get used to it. So you think, oh, I had a friend one time, because he was like, man, I need some extra cash. I'm like, try Postmates or whatever. He's like, I don't like having to get out of my car. That was it. He was a bigger dude. Okay. But the fact that he was, and I appreciated the honesty, but I was like, only in America can you have this type of, I need money. There's a job for you. I don't like having to get out of my car. It's like, okay, Prince Ali, like you want to be broke. You want to be like, you want to make money, but also have like a king's, like preference of jobs. Like, yeah. Oh, I do not want to have to put my foot on pavement. That is not for me. It's like, you're in debt. You're broke.
Oh, I just realized I'm right now. I'm looking for a stay-at-home job. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find.
Yeah, that's I've never done that one. The stay-at-home job. Yeah. For me, I feel like when I'm at home, I don't want to feel like work is right. I could be working almost.
Yeah, I mean, I understand you. I'm at a point now where like I know that I can do it, and a lot of the jobs that are at home are kind of like telemarketing type jobs, and which I've done that shit. I did that for years at this company. I know that I can be on the phone. Yeah. I don't want to be on the phone at some building, and then I have to drive there, and then when I'm done, I got to get back in the fucking car. Yeah. Get in traffic. That's the part I want to eliminate. I want to do the work. I just don't want to fucking have to leave. I'm realizing that.
It's a no-brainer that this should be a stay-at-home. All these offices, if they could sell them, use the money, pay your employees bonuses, all that upkeep, everything. It's better for everyone involved to stay at home with technology. We shouldn't need any of this shit. And you can fire so many. You won't need a janitor. You won't need supervisors. You have a bot. I mean, in 20 years, it's all going to be an app is going to be watching you.
Yeah.
At home, making sure But yeah, man, I think you could. I hope you find a job that you love. Or at least one that you don't hate.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy the CVS posts because I feel like you hated CVS even more than Dave and Buster's.
I did. No, I totally did. CVS. I mean, Dave and Buster's was a completely different environment. I think I'm just lucky for me. Like I don't have a whole lot of bills.
Yeah.
And I still do defensive driving. You know that I do comedy defensive driving.
Yeah.
By the way, if anyone needs a defensive driving class, message me on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
But so I still make enough money doing that, like teaching 1 or 2 classes a week. But yeah, I'm looking for an at-home job. Like I'm just sick of I'm sick of the driving, and I'm sick of working at a customer service job where it's too fucking crazy right now, man. Like people are Dave and Buster's would. I mean, I was like, this is easy. It was the thing. It was easier than CVS. It was 100% times easier than CVS, but we had way more customers. So it was like, it's like, fuck, man, fuck. It's easier, but I'm getting twice as many customers, and I'm like, I'm not getting a motherfucking break. And then you look, and then it doesn't help that you look next to your coworker, and they're like, they aren't even trying to make it better for themselves, which it makes everything worse. When you work with people that are actively being miserable, and it's just like, bro, fucking, why are you still working here then? Like you've been here longer than I have. You should be in a good mood. Because if you're still working here and you're in that bad of a mood, you should fucking have already quit already. Why the fuck are you still here?
Yeah.
Like quit. I've told people that, like, what do you quit, bro? Like, you're making the new people not want to work here. I just got here, and if you're still in a bad, shitty mood, like, you're a fucking, like, stupid motherfucker. Like, just these, like,
yeah,
like these, like, trashy people, man.
I love it. You come in, and these people are miserable. They've been there for how many years? And you're like, just quit. And they're like, and then you quit.
Yeah, because I'm doing what they should have done.
Yeah, because you see it.
Yeah.
You can see the future.
I'm like, that's exactly it. And so I'm like, no. You guys are just brain dead, and you're like, you don't have any passions. You don't have any fucking things you want to do in your life. That's why you stay at a job that you're miserable at. But it's like, but then that's how these businesses thrive, man, off people like that. They're just like that's their answer to like why they don't leave. Yeah, but then I have to find another job, and it's like, this is why this shit sucks. This is why we're not getting paid more money, because you stupid motherfuckers won't go on a strike. And it's like, it's just a big fucking...
You know how, like, we're always expected to be the ones to look for the job for ourselves? What if there was something or somebody who would go around to jobs, people who are already at work, and figuring out the job that they actually would enjoy, and then doing it all for them? So you're not... If, like, your boss finds out you're applying to other jobs, like, that's not good, right? Because, like, are you going to quit? But if someone's doing that on your behalf without your knowledge, and it's like, hey, I got you an interview for this job without you even having anything to do with it. It wasn't even with your consent.
Yeah.
But aren't you happy now that you have this interview for a job that's going to pay you a third more money and it's better? And then what if there was like a superhero that went around and was applying for jobs for people without their knowledge, just making resumes for people, dropping them off? Maybe that's my calling, finding people the right jobs.
Well, I got my wife doing that for me right now. This is funny. I was gonna post this. I get a text message saying, I'm like, help me find a job, to my wife. Next day, get a text message, thanks for applying to the U.S. Army. I'm being dead fucking serious. I got like 4 of them. I'm like, what the fuck did you do?
Is she kidding?
It's like a on base job.
dude, right now, and nothing's on base with the whole
And
World War.
I got worried. I'm like, did she just fucking sign me up for the draft? Like, what the fuck, man? Like,
Oh man, I was gonna say that's love. She's helping me find a job. All of a sudden, welcome to the U.S. Army.
we're gonna be picking you up at
Yeah.
10 or whatever the fuck tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. You'll be direct to Kiev. Yeah, you're gonna be fighting the Russians.
We're gonna teach you Ukraine and Russian at the same time, brother. We're
man.
gonna get you a career.
Oh gosh, you can work from home in an exploded apartment complex.
Oh, you see, you like working from home? Oh yeah, we got a home for you.
Yeah. Stay there. We have a missile coming for you.
All you gotta do is just stay right there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do the rest.
Precision missiles.
Yeah.
Precisely right where the children and women happen to be.
Damn.
But that's what's on my mind. I know, like, I feel like once you're settled in with like money and work, you start to worry about more important shit. 'Cause I'm fucking worried every day. I'm like, when is the day that we're gonna enter the war? Like, when is the day that we're gonna have to start worrying about us getting bombed and shit? 'Cause I don't know, man. I don't trust our media. Our media is just about selling fucking commercials. They don't even fucking a no-fly zone. Hell no, we can't do that. Some of these fucking people on the news are like, let's try it, or we should be American. We're America. Are you stupid? It's fucking it's 2022. You can't have a war in 2022. We can't have world wars in this technology with this technology.
Yeah.
It's not the 40s when it's like everyone go and shoot the enemy. It's like, oh, you want to die? Okay, let's all die. There's not gonna be a war. It's just everyone dies.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, no, I that's definitely also something that enters my mind. It's actually not. It was bothering me.
I almost am jealous now that I don't work at Dave & Buster's, because then in my mind would just be like, oh, this annoying guy. It's distracting you from the actual existential dread.
It definitely is.
'Cause I'm just like thinking about fucking, oh my God, are we all gonna die? Oh man, I need to get it. Well, now they're hiring
They are hiring
at Dave & Buster's.
I would think that no, I guess like you've been doing the
What's the interview like? You got to make like 4 3-pointers in a row, and the fucking
man, the interview was pretty easy.
I bet.
It was just like, what did they she asked me one of the questions, like, what's something that you say you need to be improved on, like what do you think that you're bad in, or some shit like that. And I was like, I looked at her, I was like, I don't know, I'm perfect. And then she was like, okay. I like that positive attitude.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You said that.
I did say that. Man, I was getting free food though during the training. I still would be getting some free food, I think.
Oh, dude, I might just go for the free food.
And you know what they have really good there is salad.
Really?
Dave & Buster's, their salad was off the hook.
Wow.
Yeah, get the Caesar salad.
All right, everyone. Just go. That's what we want you to know. It's about the context, and go to Dave & Buster's for a Caesar salad because it's off the fucking hook.
And you won't definitely see Albert there.
Not anymore. Not even hanging out.
There's a place that was right next door called the selfie place or something where I don't know, where you go in there and take selfies. Look like a pretty. No,
are you gonna be applying there?
Nah, I'm done. I think I'm officially done, which is kind of sad. I'm officially done with, like, I don't want to work around customer people anymore. Retail,
yeah. You're done?
Maybe. Well, the places that I have thought about, my wife was like, they get paid like $7 an hour. I'm like, it's like, I'll work at Old Navy.
7 an hour. Jesus, man.
Well, we don't actually know.
They're selling you like, man, they're paying you in like one clearance T-shirt an hour. I'm
and this might sound, however, but I want to work somewhere that is easy.
Yeah.
And I don't think that should be a bad thing, or like that should be, but it shouldn't be. We should be getting paid decent to work anywhere.
What's easy to you could be something that's not easy to everyone.
Right.
And so that's where you're gonna get your maximum value for your time, most money.
I think people that are folding clothes at Old Navy, seemed like a pretty laid back job.
You know what's really easy? Talking and drinking whiskey on a podcast.
You don't have to tell me.
Yeah,
brother.
man. We're done. We're done, man.
All right.
Welcome to the show, Albert.
Thank you.
It was fun.
It was fun.
I don't know what I was doing this to. Oh,
Peace.
the camera's right here. Yeah.